Hello lovelies, Rodney Jug Fox here. I'm gonna start this other new what if that I was planning on doing yesterday, but I changed it into today. It is what if Deku was in danganronpa. If you have not known about it, it's a horror mystery type of game. Well, murder mystery type of game. Where you are one of the 16 students that go into the school, and you all have to kill each other, and only 2 can survive, but mainly there's 6 or more, because they figure out a way to get rid of the mastermind who is controlling everything, including the Monokuma, aka a bear that has half white and half black, aka a half and half. So the way how this story is gonna go is that the school is actual real. It's for talent. It's not like, oh, what's your quirk, what's this or what's that. It's mainly about what's your talent, what are you good at, and you have to be in a high school to get in. Since UA is a high school, it also counts. So in this what if, Deku is called the ultimate artist, because as we saw previously in the actual canon anime, Deku likes drawing the people that he writes on. So in this case, artist is a quotation because art could be in several different ways. Some see it as sculpting and painting, which is true, and others are fashion, acting, music, and I believe fashion, acting, music, art, sculpting. I think that's all, but if there's one more, I'll remember it and tell it on the next part of this. So that's all the stuff that Deku knows how to do, since he's the ultimate artist. He knows how to do sculpting, art, acting, and fashion. Because sometimes fashion could be irrelevant close to art, because fashion could be art. Actually, no, fashion is art. Anyways, I'm gonna get into the story instead of boring you guys. So this takes after everything from the canon anime as previously. The kids come over, well, it's technically the same as before. Actually, no. The kids come over, like, saying hello to everybody. But in this canon anime, well, in this story, Bakugo and Shoto Todoroki hate Deku for some reason. Well, for Bakugo is for being always happy, but for Todoroki, he has no reason. He just has a gut feeling that he does not like him. And that also caused Todoroki to not use his fire as a lot. I don't know how to say. So Bakugo and Shoto has gotten like very close to the point where they are acting like best friends, because they're doing it for the equality of them hating Deku. That's all. Like, other things they do not match at all. So they decide to place a rumor on Deku, and it spread all over the class 1A. Other students do not believe the rumor because they saw and met Izuku, like, way more than others. And they see him as a nice, kind, innocent person. While Class 1A also knows him for a long while because he's in almost all their classes, but did not had a strong feeling about him in the first place. So when these rumors got up, they truly despised Deku because of it, which sucked, because most of them were friends with Deku, and now Deku has no one. As Deku continuously getting bullied and mocked at school, and also the depression that he's dealing with for the loss of his father, which means that, well, basically Deku has lost his father in the past. That's why Deku has no father figure in his life. he decided to go to Principal Nezu and have a talk. But while he was there and having a talk with Principal Nezu, he saw All Might and Mr. Aizawa walk in. Principal Nezu said that they will be relevant on what you're asking, and he said, ask away, Izuku Midoriya. Principal Nezu, I like to transfer schools. What? Yes, Principal Nezu, I want to change schools because the treatment I have been getting by my other classmates has not made me felt any welcome, as some would say. Even though it's very good that I made it into UA in the first place, I think it's more relevant that I focus on my talent instead. I think UA was not the great choice in my mind right now. Another student bite the dust. But since UA is like a big school and it's like very well known, like word spread around and about the student leaving UA, so media is like spread around the doors. So that's how. And Deku literally says to Principal Nezu and All Might that mainly to All Might, you may have to choose someone who's better, but don't choose anyone from Class 1A. They are all fakes. And if Bakugo figures out why you choose someone else and not him, say that he is a fake because he bullied someone for several years, and not just me, several other people in the old school that I went with him. That's not heroism, that's very much an idiot and also a villain. He acts all high and mighty, but he needs to be taught to be pulled down from his high horse. Or else he's gonna be overconfident and then fail when he graduates from the school. As Deku said, that will be all. Principal Nezu, I will go change and give you the uniform, and I will be leaving UA completely. And I am so sorry that this will happen. You all are very special to me because you truly made me feel welcome. It's just you guys are not the problem, the students are. As Mr. Aizawa said, wait, hold on, which class? Deku said, in the entirety of Class 1A. They act so high and mighty in front of you guys, but when you guys are not there, they torment me. And not just me, 2 other students that fully left UA without telling you guys. One a female and the other a male. Both left because of harassment from either 2 students, Bakugo and Shoto Todoroki. Bakugo tried to rape the poor girl, but I stopped him. And she ran out of the school crying. Principal Ness said, oh, so that's why we got a phone call from the parent. The other one left school because how he was treated by Shoto Todoroki, the new #1 hero's son. I should go. As Deku leaves without saying another word, he changes and gives the uniform. As the clothes he was wearing, it's kind of like the clothes in the picture, a jacket, shorts, and boots. As Deku leaves the UA building with luggage, which is all the stuff that was in his room. As Deku says, okay, off to a new start. As Deku did say that he was going to a new school because he didn't want to be in UA any longer. And the new school is Hoax Peak Academy. I hope I'm saying that name right. Because I know for a fact danganronpa that I'm saying is completely wrong. So let's continue. Deku walks outside and gets bombarded. Because it was like the middle of the day, they were surprised and they asked, are you the student who is leaving UA? And Deku said, of course, I'm leaving UA for a good reason. And one of the reporters asked why. And Deku said, just being tormented by my classmates. There's nothing wrong with the school or anything. No staff members, no nothing. all the staff in the school, mainly, and the rest of the students are good. Except for one class, Class 1A, they're all jerks. As one person I asked why they're jerks, they make up stuff and try to make other people follow what they do. In my words, I suggest Class 1B be in the hero course instead of Class 1A. Because at least they're trying to be real. Class 1As are a bunch of fakes, all in it for the money and not in it for saving people's lives. As Deku said, anyway, I have to go. As Deku goes with the luggage as he's running, and the thing is, that was broadcasted live, so everybody saw what Deku said, or heard what Deku said, and bada bing, bada boom. Class 1A is now basically being harassed for being like awful people. Which is, well, they're not being harassed, they're just being told by random people that they are not suited for being a hero, and mainly to Bakugo and Shota Todoroki. Even though Shoto's father Endeavor tried to stop it, he knows that he cannot stop it, so he let it go on because he figured out that Shoto was tormenting someone and he did not like that, even though he tormented his family. Messed up father. Go to jail. Anyways, Deku goes into the new school, Hope's Peak. As he walks through the gates, as he's greeted by a teacher, saying that he will be joining class 78. As Deku said, okay, and your dormitory is to the hall and on to the left. As Deku said, thank you. As Deku runs into the dorm that he was supposed to be staying in, well, walks into the dorm, and he saw a little board on the door with his face on it, and he thought it's adorable. So he continues to go in and fills his room with, well, just puts his luggage in there and continues to head into the class for his studies in his major of art. I think this is enough